Hello and welcome to Nails and Beauty by Ellie training video for Rose Quartz Effect nails in gel polish. For this look you will need a base coat, a sheer pink. If you haven't got a sheer pink, you can make one by taking a very light pink and mixing it with some base coat till it looks see-through-y. And you'll need a white and a top coat. You'll also need a detailing brush, a dotting tool, and obviously your UV light to set the gel. So the first thing you need to do once you've prepped your nail in the usual way is to apply a coat of base coat. Pop your base coat on all the way to the cuticle, all the way to the side walls without getting it on the client's skin, all the way down to the free edge in a nice thin layer. You don't want it too thick, just covering the entire surface of the nail, and cure that for 30 seconds. Once that's cured, you can go ahead and lay down your first coat of colour using a sheer pink, which will be slightly see-through, not a solid pink. We're going to do one thin coat covering the entire nail. So as you can see, this is really see-through. You can still see the white tack through it. And we're going to do one coat of that and cure it. This one is a 30-second cure in a 48 watt LED lamp. Please check your products that you're using to ensure you're curing them for the right amount of time. Okay, so you've cured your first layer of colour. Then we're going to pop a little bit of white onto a palette, and using our detailer brush we're going to pick up a little bit of the white and we're going to draw random little cracks on the surface of the nail, so they can come down from anywhere. You want them nice and thin and they don't have to be straight, and we're just going to trail them down the nail, go in different directions. You can see they're quite wobbly and shaky. They can come off of each other as well, like that. We only need a few of these. When they're ready, you can go ahead and cure those. So the next step is to go in with another layer of your base colour, your sheer pink, over the top of this. This technique relies on layering to give the 3D effects and the depth in the crystal quartz, so that the cracks appear to be throughout rather than just on the surface. So you can see when you layer another coat of that one, it goes a little bit pinker and a little more translucent, and it makes the cracks appear deeper inside the nail. It gives it that 3D effect. So once you've done another coat, we're going to go ahead and cure again. So for this next layer, we want our cracks to appear a little thinner and more dispersed. So we're going to pop a thin layer of base coat over the top of our last layer. Just normal base coat I'm using. If you want to use a blooming gel, you can do for this. So this layer of base coat wants to be a tad thicker than you would do for a normal base layer, but not flooding the nail. Just cover the surface, and we're not going to cure that, we're going to leave that wet. And we're going to take our detailer brush again, and we're going to do the same thing, but what you're going to notice is the white lines will spread out and disperse. So don't go in the same places as you've been, try and go in the opposite direction over the tops, crossing over of the lines you've already got. Again, this technique will give it depth and layers. So you'll see that one at the top has started to spread out. And what we're going to do, we're going to take the small end of a dotting tool and we're just going to drag through that to create some separation and pull little bits out of that bloomed area. So it creates little fine line cracks coming off those white lines that you've just done. Just have to remember where you've been. Once again, when you're happy with that, pop it in your light and cure it. Okay, so again, we're going to do exactly the same thing as we did last time. A layer of blooming gel or base coat. And it really is as simple as this. Just keep doing this until you're happy with the effect that you've got and you've got enough layers of the white to make it look crystallized. That's another layer of base coat there. And with your detailing brush, we're going to pop some more wiggly lines across the surface, and they will bloom out, and then we can go through them and create the smaller looking lines and fractures in the crystal. Now you might be able to hear voices in the back. This video is being recorded during lockdown, so we have got multiple people in my household working from home. So if you can hear voices in the background, that's what that is. So let's just drag that out and create those little tiny crystalline fractures that you would get in a quartz. So you can see that's really taking shape now. And we're going to cure that again. Right, so at this point I'm quite happy with that and how that's looking. And you may want to add some gold foil or some gold leaf or a bit of sparkle at this point, or some loose glitter to give it a bit of bling. I'm going to use some foil, some gold foil. So the first thing I'm going to do with this, before you use it, is to take some isopropyl alcohol and give the back of it a good wipe. This will help it stick. So you can use a foil transfer glue. I do find that the gel polish I use the inhibition layer is sticky enough that it holds the foil quite well. So I'm just going to go straight in and stick it onto that. And all you need to do in little areas is just press it on and pull it away, and it'll just leave a little bit of foil attached wherever you want it to go. If you want it to go just around the edges, just gently push it onto the edge and pull it away. And again, little bits here and there. Like so. If you feel like this bit here is quite chunky, so if you feel like you've put too much on, you can take a little wipe, lint-free wipe with some isopropyl alcohol, and you can sort of dab at that and it will thin it out like that, and it will just take it off. So you can get rid of it if you feel like you've overdone it with the foil. So once you're happy with that, you can go ahead and top coat it. I'm going to use a non-wipe top coat. If you wanted to give it a more of a 3D effect, or if you've used loose glitter or anything like that, you might want to use a thick top coat or a builder in a bottle in clear, and that'll just give it an extra thick layer for encapsulating it, so there'll be no rough bits or bits sticking up. But as mine's quite flat, I'm just going to use a normal non-white top coat. And if this was a client, obviously we'd go right up to the cuticle, all the way down to the free edge, avoiding contact with the skin, and ensure we're capping that free edge so we don't get any lifting. Okay, and that needs curing now for the required amount of time. So there we have our completed rose quartz gel polish nail. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you'll subscribe to our channel and enjoy some more videos. Please remember to subscribe and click like on this video. Share it if you're feeling generous too. And we'll see you again on our next tutorial video. Thanks for watching. Bye.